look at this. Bitcoin supply on exchanges hits lowest in 5 years. 5 years. That is pretty outstanding. There's just not that much to go around. People just don't understand. People just don't understand. The supply is diminishing. All the little volatilities that we may be experiencing now, it's silly to worry over, because in the end, what drives the price upwards is demand and supply, and supply keeps going down and demand keeps going up. So if you look at this, let me move my camera. You could see Bitcoin's supply is now down to December of 2017 levels. And the number of tether holders have increased dramatically. You know what? Just wait. Wait until that tether flows in. We have so much tether. Look at this. 89 billion worth of tether that can be coming in. I mean, imagine if this came into the market. I mean, that's almost $100 billion just sitting in stable coins waiting to come in, right? But right now, supply is diminishing. Demand, we know, is going to increase dramatically. Here's another measure of exchange flows. In fact, we just went from positive to negative, and we haven't seen this since the beginning of the year, which means that very, very, very little whales or exchanges or retail investors are sending their Bitcoin to the exchanges. In fact, they're withdrawing, right? And why would they do that? Well, that means they're just accumulating. They're loading up. No one wants to sell Bitcoin at this time. So we're mimicking Bitcoin's bottom at 15, 16K back in January right now. So think about that. And then remember what happened since January. Bitcoin's been going up. And I think more of that is coming, especially when Bitcoin ETF approvals are going to be coming. More and more people are convinced that by January, which again, we're about to head in December, so it's really like just 1 month. The first week of January is when all spot ETFs will be approved. Just think about that. Just think about it. In 1 month, we're going to get like 12 spot Bitcoin ETFs. And here's another sign that we will get one. Yesterday, I talked about how the SEC is asking for public opinion about Franklin Templeton's spot ETF. And the SEC is asking for public opinion. But their deadline isn't until January, and they're asking for it now, which means that they want to make a decision early. Again, this falls into this theory that the SEC is getting ready to approve all of them in January before the deadline. And that's not even the last deadline. The last deadline is in March, but it seems like there's a consensus now. And these aren't just from regular people. These are some of the Wall Street guys, the analysts that study this all day long. They're all thinking that this is going to happen. This is going to happen soon. 1 month. Again, supply and demand. What's going to happen when spot ETFs come out? Demand is going to skyrocket. But supply is still low. It's not like the supply is going to come out of nowhere. Not like fiat. You can't just print more Bitcoin. The demand is going to skyrocket. I am having a kickoff party in Vegas, December 14th. So if you guys want to come out and meet me and other influencers that are in the IFC, this is the spot to go. And not only that, Crowded Combat is going to be there. Their fighters are going to be there. I'm going to invite others in this space, other influencers, other projects. If you've been to one of my network parties before, it's going to be like that, but even bigger this time around. I have 3 different tickets. If you want to participate, you want to join, please do so. Use the code 25 off. You'll get $25 off. And for people that's been asking for a new NFT, if you go with the VIP program or ticket, you will get airdropped an exclusive I Am George NFT. That will be included. Make sure you check it out if you are interested. This is in Vegas. Remember, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And you get to check out all the fighters, all the other influencers, myself, and all the major projects will be there. It's going to be a good party, a good time. So check it out. Also, what may drive Bitcoin higher is the number of shorts. I don't get at this point in time who wants to lose money. Like, if you really want to lose money and flush your money down the toilet, you would throw on a short on Bitcoin. Like, why would you be doing that? It makes no sense. So right now we see Bitcoin is at 35,000, right? You could see how Bitcoin has not been able to break this 38.4, right? So it's right around there. So this correlates with this. There is going to be a massive short squeeze if Bitcoin breaks above 38.5. That's why we have a resistance here, because somehow the shorters think that, yeah, this is a good spot to put up a stand, right? Let's make sure Bitcoin doesn't go above 38.5. But you know, you can't stop Bitcoin. It's like trying to stop a moving train. So if we break through this, we will get a massive, massive short squeeze, over 3.1 billion. So that is something we have to look forward to too. That's coming up. Again, I don't get it. If you want to be a degen, right, you want to play with leverage like I have been, at least go on the long side. Don't go on the short side for Bitcoin. You know that's going to end 100% in the loss eventually. It's fine. It's better for the rest of us. We want those short squeezes. So let's welcome it. This is what Bitcoin's looking like right now. Obviously, we're in a good spot. Again, can't break through that 38.5. But if we do, then this analyst thinks that we're going to 42,000. Well, again, that kind of correlates with the short squeeze. If we get a massive short squeeze, can we break above 39, which will be the next resistance, and then we go all the way up to 42? Very, very possible. Remember, December is coming. And we're mimicking the cycle from 2 cycles ago. In 2016, right before 2017, our pattern is so similar. And in that year, in 2016, December, we had a 30+% gain for Bitcoin. 30+. So depending on where we are, let's just say we end the year at 39,000. I mean, end the month at 39,000, and you apply 30% to it. That means Bitcoin is ending the year at $50,000 if we get another 30% increase in December, just like in 2016, before the halving event. That would be a very good Christmas gift to see Bitcoin rise up to $50,000 before year end. It could happen. Here's another one that's showing RSI level. Last time Bitcoin went above the 70 RSI, you could see it did pretty well. 3,600% gain, a short 70% gain, a 405% gain. I just talked about a 30% gain to the end of the year, right? That's what it's looking like right now, right? Again, these are all signals, guys. Signals for major bottom and major breakout soon. Lastly, there is this guy. We don't know who he is, but, you know, he's been DCAing and DCAing and DCAing and DCAing and DCAing. Like literally every single day. 250 Bitcoins added today alone. Now, it could be like a miner or something. We don't know. But there are a lot of whales that continue to DCA like this and add and add and add and add. Again, going back to supply and demand, there's just not that much to go around when so much of it is being held by these large whales. You don't want them to get everything. You want to keep some for yourself. You want to build that life-changing wealth through Bitcoin and crypto. At the very least, attain financial freedom. This is how far we have until the halving event, about 144 days. That's going to come in the blink of an eye. And again, look at the previous cycles, exactly what happened after they hit their halving event. You could see to the moon. That's what happened. And we're 144 days away from that.